It's a poem about Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel and about their relationship. It's called Friends Just Can't Be Found. Here's the key thing about Bridge Over Troubled Water. When Paul Simon wrote it, he had just 2 verses. He took it to Art Garfunkel and asked what he thought. Artie told him to go away and write a 3rd verse, told him he had half a good song, but it needed finishing. Paul returned with that triumphant sailing on bit, i.e. the whole fucking journey of the song. And he decided it would ease his mind if Garfunkel took the lead and sang the hell out of the song, sending this white modern gospel hymn to the heavens. That's fucking teamwork right there. 2 guys that grew to hate one another but respected the shit out of each other all the while. They had professional acumen and they admired it in each other. They had separate strengths. Art Garfunkel's voice is honey in heaven, but it's fire too, soul fire. He was more than just a lead singer and more than just an ethereal harmony vocalist, more than a conjurer. He was also an arranger, a conceptualist, a motivator. Paul Simon knew enough to know that he had done all he needed to do with this song and the writing. He would hand it over. He would sit it out, play a background role, let Artie take it up the charts and send it to live on in various places in the spaces and hearts around the world over decades and forever. I saw Simon and Garfunkel twice in 2009, 2 nights in a row. First night I was up the front, 4th row, unbelievable. Second night I was right down the back for a different perspective. I'd already seen Art Garfunkel solo. A few years on, I'd see Paul Simon with his incredible band. 2 interesting things happened the nights I saw Simon and Garfunkel. They each did solo sets in the middle of the show, and Paul really seemed to come alive when he got to parade on a few of his own musicians and bask in the world fusion stew of pop and folk songs married to South American and African rhythms. It was as if he could shake off the cape of nostalgia. Art Garfunkel's solo set felt like admitting defeat, as if suddenly he was judged on the merit of the material alone, and it really wasn't up to much, apart from Bright Eyes Still Melting Hearts. But the incredible moment happened on the first night. There was a microphone malfunction. Art Garfunkel didn't notice, so he kept singing, but nothing came out. We could hear him just because we were close enough, but there was no chance for the room to hear those magical words, so the audience instinctively joined in. The song, of course, was Bridge Over Troubled Water, so you had this audience joining in to lend a hand. Our time had come. There we were, right behind. And standing behind Art Garfunkel, as he thought he was battling on, was Paul Simon, benevolent gift giver of songs to Artie and us. He was smiling, and Paul hardly ever smiles. He was gracious, and he was blown away, actually. He wiped a tear from his eye. Some 40 years after he'd written the song, he saw a whole new meaning come from it. He saw and heard a new spirit lift it. One of my favourite things to watch, and I mean this, I watch it most weeks, is Art Garfunkel and Paul Simon on Saturday Night Live in 1975. They had just recorded My Little Town together and released it twice on their respective solo albums from the time. They are co-musical guests on SNL. They are playing The Boxer and other Simon and Garfunkel classics. It's their first televised reunion. They are sitting together on stools, an adoring crowd in the studio and at home. And what does Paul say to his old friend? To the guy that helped shape his songs and give them wings? So Artie, you've come crawling back. Pain is all around. The promise to supply comfort long gone. A bridge too far. Weary. Feeling small. Friends. When you lose them, both of you have to know that friendship just can't be found.